I am Anna Livermore from Vmora, and we help launch fashion designers. So we will do patterns and samples and manage your production, help source, budget, costing, photo shoots, branding, all the good stuff that you need as a designer. And I have a course that I've linked in the bio. It's 3 courses, and it's on line development, branding, identity, and how to plan a photo shoot. So if you guys are interested in that, the link is in the bio. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic, which is the 5 things you need to do before you sketch. Obviously, as a designer, we want to get in there and we want to start being creative and we want to start sketching and start designing. And, I always want to encourage you to do that. But before, if you're taking yourself seriously and you really do want to have a clothing line, which I know all of you do, there's a few things that you should be doing before you sketch or before you commit to your sketches. The first thing you want to do is sit down with your budget. You want to make sure that you can see yourself all the way through the project, right? So you need your patterns, you need your samples, you need your digitizing and your grading and your markers and your fabric and your branding and your photo shoots. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, let's say you only have a few $1,000s or a few $100s or millions of dollars. I don't care how much money that you have. You want to create a budget so that you can spend your money as wisely as possible. So the first thing you want to do before you sketch is budget. The second thing you want to do is create your brand. You want to have your branding message. You want to, and here at Vmora, we have a deck that you create, and that will show everything in regards to your branding, your logos, your typefaces, your color palette. So you want to have a brand story, because so much about selling nowadays is branding, right? You got to have a brand, you've got to have a message, you've got to be on point, you've got to be clear. You don't want to confuse your customers and yourself. You want to just have a clear message, right? And today in the classes, I'm doing the 3 course classes with Makers Row. The link is in the bio. You can sign up. One of the classes that we're going to be going over is branding. So I'm going to show you this deck, how to prepare, what to sit down, and what you need to think about before you start sketching your designs. So branding is the number 2 really important thing you need to think about before you start your sketching. Number 3 is your timeline. And this is just important because you want to set yourself up for success. You want to have thought about what season are you launching? Are you launching a spring collection? Are you launching a fall collection? And you want to work yourself backwards from there. Because if you spend all this time to launch a fall collection and then September comes around and you're not ready, you've then got to wait until next year. And again, in the class that I'm teaching, we talk about line development. So the timeline is in that line development. The first class is today at 4 o'clock, which is in an hour. So if you are interested in signing up and enrolling in this 3-part series, you can do that in the link in the bio, and I will run you through an entire timeline and how to plan and how long things usually take and how you can set yourself up so you can successfully launch when you plan to. Because if you plan, a full fall season and then you miss the fall launch, it doesn't serve you. And all of that work is not for nothing, because you can wait until the next year and launch for that next season. But ideally, you have a timeline that is realistic, that will get you where you want to be. So number 3 is timeline. Number 4 is your fabric sourcing. And the reason you want to do this prior is because a lot of designers will specifically be looking for this fabric. Like I need to find a white fabric that's woven with yellow V's and a green pattern, and I need to do that because that's what I sketched. And that's my idea. And then you spend forever looking for this fabric that like this designer had specifically made for their collection. So you can either spend a long time looking for it to be readily available, or you'll have to have it made and the minimums are very high. So you want to see what fabric is available, see what's out there, let the fabric inspire your designs instead of your designs inspiring your fabric, if that makes sense. You don't want to get caught up in looking for something very, very specific that could either be, just non-existent and you'll have to have it made, or the minimums are too high, something like that. You want to start your fabric sourcing and do your swatching prior to all of your designs so that you have an idea of what kind of fabric is going to work for these designs. And Makers Row, if you're not familiar with the platform, has a ton of vendors for fabrics and trims. So you can go there to find everything that you need in regards to sourcing your fabrics. So that's the fourth thing. The fifth thing is a sales strategy. So what this looks like is you want to know who is your customer, what are they used to spending, what size chart should you be using, what is your competitors' analysis, who are you selling to, are you selling through Instagram, are you selling through boutiques, are you doing wholesale, are you doing retail, are you selling on your website, all of those questions. Again, this is recorded. I know I went through those really, really fast. This is recorded. It's going to be on the Facebook and it'll be on the Instagram TV. So if you want to go through that and take notes of all of those sales strategy questions you need to ask yourself. But you want to know who you're selling to, who your customer is, and if there's a market for your product. And the clearer you can be before you sketch, the better. So you want to be sure that that you know who you're selling to, and that you know that there's a place in the market. So I'm going to go ahead and review the 5 things that you need to do prior to sketching. And if you have any questions, type them in the chat, type them on the Instagram screen here, wherever you want to ask questions. Again, if you're serious about launching your collection and you are ready to get started, you're taking yourself seriously, I have this class that involves some of the things we talked about today. We will go over line development and how to prepare and strategize. We will go over branding and how to create your brand message. And I'll give you an example of the deck I use, and then you will have a blank template, as well as how to prepare for a photo shoot. So if you guys are interested, the link is in the bio. It's going to be super, super informative. Starts today at 4. So we still have a few slots left if you're interested. And the review is the 5 things if you guys came on late or you missed it. Number 1 is budget. Make sure you know how much money you can afford to spend and you're spending it wisely. Number 2, branding. Branding message and all of your logos, your color theory, all of that. Is it a live Zoom virtual class? Yes, it is. So it's live. I'll be sharing my screen. You'll get the template that we run through. Number 3 is timeline. So you want to know when you're launching and how long it's going to take you so that you are successful in your launch. Number 4 is fabric sourcing. Source your fabric. Know what you can design, what your limitations may be if you're looking for smaller minimums. Number 5 is sales strategy. Who are you selling to? Who's your customer? What's your market? What's your competitor? What's your size chart? What price can you afford? All that good stuff. So if you guys have any questions about what to do before you sketch, I will, there's a question about, is this a live class? It is live. It'll be in Zoom. You guys will get a template prior that we will take you through together. Link is in the Makers Row, but follow us here for future events. So link is in the Makers Row to sign up. If anyone has any other questions, hi Anna, my product will be specific designed fabrics. That's part of my product idea. What specific questions should I be asking the prospective fabric vendors? It depends on what do you mean by specific fabrics. Also, I offer a 20-minute complimentary strategy session. So you can reach out to me via Makers Row. That is in my link if you're looking for specific answers. Yeah, I guess my product will have a specific design to fabric. When you say design, does that mean custom? Does that mean they're making it from scratch? Are they weaving it? What does that look like? Ooh, sorry, you guys. I see that my phone is blocking my camera on the Facebook. Great consideration. If not, fall in love with a specific print. Stay flexible. Yeah, so stay flexible in your fabric sourcing for sure. Starts today at 4 Eastern. Yes, so that is in 48 minutes from now. Will the course be offered at any other times if we are unavailable today? This is the only time it's available, but you will get a recording. So if you want to sign up, you'll get a recording. You'll be able to run through it, and then you can jump on our next call, which will be Monday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the next 3 Mondays in a row. Okay. Custom designs weaving into mesh, spandex, and lycra. I'm not sure. Weaving into mesh, I don't know. But spandex and lycra, yeah, I guess you'd want to ask them what their minimums are. You want to be sourcing swatches. The link is in the bio of the Embark Live Instagram as well. Yeah, I guess I don't really know the question. Custom designs weaving into mesh, spandex, and lycra. You just want to source this fabric, make sure it's available before you design around it. I'm on the site and I don't see the class sign up. The class sign up is there's a link in the bio on the Instagram of Makers Row, Embark.live, and Vmora Consulting. So any of those Instagram pages, there'll be a link for the Eventbrite sign up. If you can't find it, send us a message afterwards. We'll make sure to send you the link. Go to the Instagram bio for the Makers Row. Yes. Instagram bio for the Makers Row and or the Embark Live. If today doesn't work, DM us for times that would. We are constantly planning new events. That wouldn't be the event that I'm doing today. As far as I know, I'm only doing that today, Monday, the next 3 Mondays in a row, but they have other events. Stay connected. Perfect. Thank you. Cool artwork in the background. Yes, so this is actually Gordon Fabrics. They are listed on Makers Row, but this is their mood board for spring. I think this was spring 2019. So yeah, that's their mood board. It's a fabric vendor. All right. Any other questions, you guys? No more questions? What to do before you sketch? Before you do the fun stuff? Gotta do some, not so much fun stuff. But it's important that you know that you are starting a business. And with any business, there's business stuff you've got to do. And in order to be successful, you've got to do a little bit of planning. And you can always have someone like myself help you. But yes. How do I locate the fabric retailers on Makers Row? Makers Row, if you go to makersrow.com, it's a platform that has a bunch of different vendors for fabrics and manufacturing, and Vmora is listed on there, so makersrow.com. Do you have budget percentages that you recommend for each step? I do, but it's quite a bit more involved. I do offer a one-on-one hour consultation around the budgeting. You can contact me through Makers Row. You can also hire me through the embarklive.com platform. So we can do a full budget for you around what you need for everything. yeah, it's tough. Like the percentages are different based on the amount of funding that you have, but yeah, I think that would be a more involved conversation. Maybe the better question is, what if I have a specific design printed into the fabric versus someone sketching around an already sourced fabric? Then you'll have to have that fabric designed and made from scratch. So you'll be, depending on the type of fabric, but you'll have those higher minimums to hit. They can be anywhere from 500 yards to 2,000 yards when you're developing fabric from scratch. If you want your fabric to be printed, then you have to find a printer. So you're not working with a fabric vendor, you're working with a printer. So you'll have to work with a printer. They also will have minimums. So you might be wanting prints on a fabric versus just a custom designed fabric, if that makes sense. Nbark.live, no.com. Sorry, thank you for that. So if you are looking to hire me, I know we talked about that budgeting consultation for 1 hour. You go to nbark.live. I am Anna Livermore, so you can search me there. My company is Vmora. You can just go right to the site, press book for an hour. It'll give you my schedule, and we'll get you on the calendar for my next available. No.com, sorry. Thank you for all your help. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, I hope that this is helpful. And if you'd like to do a deeper dive, today's class at 4 o'clock will take you there. You can also hire me through nbark.live for your one-on-one private consultation. And yeah, I guess I'll wait. Like, anyone else have any other questions about what you need to do before you sketch? No? Going once? Twice? I know you guys got questions. All right. No more questions. All right, well, thank you guys so much. Again, I'm Anna Livermore from Vmora. We help launch fashion designers. We can help you with patterns and samples, manage your production, help you with budget, costing, and timeline. Is it a large class? No, it is not. We are maxing it out at 5 people, so you guys can all get your one-on-one attention that you need. So it is not a large class. I think we have a few spots left, maybe 1 or 2. So if you are interested, I would do that quickly. What is the issues do you see with the factory doing the fabric sourcing for you? Most factories within the United States do not source fabric. You have to do that on your own and provide them with the fabric. Yeah, manufacturer usually just cuts and sews. Okay. Is there a format you prefer your sketches or any drawings will do? For us personally, when a client hires us, we will take sketches on construction paper, napkin designs, whatever you have, and then we convert it into an Illustrator and make a spec sheet out of it. So we have a format, but we provide that to the factory. But if you're going to be working with a factory, you'll want to have an Illustrator and a tech pack drawing made up, whether you do it or you hire someone to. Nbark.live/Anna Livermore. There you go. That's me. We have 3 spots left for the course today. It's going to be awesome. So much information. We'll run you through, make sure you're totally comfortable. You'll walk away having a timeline, knowing how you're going to plan your photo shoot, and then have a deck for branding on how you can put your branding together. What types of garments would you recommend for a collection before sketching? Skirts, dresses, pants, and tops, a set. There's not a wrong or right answer. You can design skirts or dresses or pants or tops. I would just keep it simple. You don't want to stretch yourself out too thin in the beginning. So if you feel really strongly about the jackets that you're designing or the skirts you're designing, maybe focus on that instead of trying to do everything and please everyone. Would artwork for a garment, for artwork on the garment, would you do the vector files or would I need a separate artist? We can do the artwork for printing on fabric. You can also do it and provide it to the fabric printer. They might have some questions. You'll need to consider, like, if it's a repeat, how wide the fabric is, what's the scale, things like that. If you're capable of doing that, then absolutely you can do it. But connect with a printer and see what their requirements are. All right. Okay, great. I hope to see some of you on our 4 o'clock call. This is great. I'll be here next Monday, same time. And it was great to see all of you. And this again, Anna Livermore from Memora. You can hire me through nbark.live/Anna Livermore. You can find us on Makers Row. You can sign up for my class in the link in the bio. I give a 20-minute complimentary strategy session. And thanks for joining today. I hope to see you guys. Oh, this will be recorded. So if you missed it, you want to see it again, it'll be on the Facebook. It will also be on the Instagram TV. So you guys can watch it, take notes, and I hope you got a lot out of today's call. All right, bye guys.